Teach your team the business birds and bees. You're dependent on your team, aren't you? You know, a trade business more than any other business is very much a people business. You know, you only make money when your people are out there with their tool belts on, doing real work in the real world. So you need them to perform well, and you need to put time and energy into supporting them to perform well. Okay, now we put this in a context of, leading them properly and managing them properly and giving them training and job descriptions. But I want to talk today about teaching them a bit more about business. One way you can help them perform better is by giving them the bigger picture, helping them understand the bigger picture, and shifting them from being somebody who gets paid to go and swing a hammer or a screwdriver or whatever with nothing more than that, and somebody who understands what's going on, understands that the business has a plan, a strategy, understands that they have a part in it, and understands kind of how business works. What I'm talking about here as a good leader is sharing your strategy and sharing your business's performance against its strategy, its progress, if you like, against the strategy with your team, so they feel part of that progression. Okay, that's important. But what I'm talking about today is a broader view of business, teaching them how business works, because they probably don't know. Let's face it, you didn't know until you learned, did you? And if, like me, you probably didn't really start to learn until you had your own business. You thought you knew some things, we all know some things, but you didn't really learn and didn't really experience it properly until you were in your own business. So your people probably don't know either. And having an understanding of how business works will help them to do their jobs better and help them understand your strategy better when you explain it to them. Now, particularly, you can help to clean up some of the misconceptions people often have about business. For example, do your people think you're much richer than you actually are? That's a common theme. Right? Do they think your business makes much more money than it actually does? They probably do. Right? In the absence of kind of real information or more information, people make up their own interpretations based on what information they have, right? They know what you pay them, for example, and they know what you charge them out at, don't they? And the difference is a lot. They can do the maths, right? You're probably making a lot off the work they do. They're on a job doing the work that you get paid for, and if you're not there doing the work with them, they probably think you're sitting back at the office or at home with your feet up, thinking about what you're going to spend all that money on, right? I am taking the piss a little, of course I am, but for many employees, business money kind of feels somehow different to real money. It feels different to their money or to your money. It's kind of business money. It's a bit like magic money. They don't care as much about it, right? They don't feel like they need to save it as much. They don't feel like they need to not spend it as much. So let's teach them how it really works. Now, the guide you can ask us for is a short summary of a training module I wrote for my clients, right? That these guys, my clients, can use and show to their staff, their team, to teach them how business works. It's quite long. The guide you can get is a summary of that. It's much shorter, of course. Right? Ask for the business birds and bees if you want it. Right? We teach them how much employees really cost a business, because it's a lot more than the hourly rate you pay them. We show them all the other costs a business has to cover before it makes any money, okay, before it makes any profit. And we show them all the things that can go wrong and disappear that profit before the owner gets any of it. Right? There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Okay, so we show them the costs, the true costs. We show them all the overhead costs. We show them all the risks. And we also show them all the other work that goes on in a business. All the other stuff that has to happen so that they can be on site doing the work of the business, doing the actual work, which they often imagine is all there is. And we finish off by sharing the strategy, the real strategy of the business, and bringing the people into it so they understand it and feel part of it and feel part of the progression that's made. We bring them in, ask them to brainstorm and offer assistance. So get the guide, it's free, or join my program, which isn't free, and get the real thing. So yeah.